So here's the deal. I'm not using my Yeti microphone, so this might sound a little bit funky and somewhat muffled, but I have a confession to make. The DM made a bit of an oopsie in not realizing during the recording that it wasn't picking up any audio. That is to include the desktop audio, where we started using Discord to record Lynn's voice instead of just having her scream through a laptop, nor the Yeti microphone audio. So it's just a whole lot of video. It was about an hour and a half, so half of one of our sessions that only has video. It was super important for a couple of reasons. We introduced a new player, which you'll still be able to see here, by the name of Noura, one of Lexi's friends, a young lady who played one of Lexi's characters just to see if she was going to be interested in this, and decided that she was. She then created a full-fledged character and played with us for another couple of sessions and plans to jump in whenever possible. So you will see more of her, but I still feel bad because she had a really interesting initial encounter where she rode one of Jonas's wolves into the middle of an exhibition match, one that was described in I think the previous episode that was on the mirror. High-fived the wolf, fist fought a gnoll, then made out with the gnoll, and then spied on the characters. Shortly after that, the session kind of ended, so she decided to build her own character, but it was still a pretty fantastic entrance. For the second reason, Dawn finally found Sasha and did a sweet, dirty dancing kind of lift moment with her, which was very, very emotional. And I hate myself, and it keeps me up at night every night. When I realize that we won't get to enjoy that, maybe we can reenact it later in like some kind of flashback of some sort. Uh, Lexi meets Pagan. Again, very similar situation. Very emotional. I ruined it by not realizing that we didn't have sound recording, so that's on me. And then they all met inside of the commanders, so aka Pagan's quarters, for a recap of what had been going on in the town, to include them moving from Moparsville to the stronghold, the discovery of the mine, which is just at the back of the stronghold, which if you look behind me, that's the layout for the stronghold up there. You'll see it in the videos following as well. What's been going on in the town, a good amount of the NPCs, what's been happening with them, where everybody is. It was mentioned that Lexi's son, Yino, is inside the mines with Thykelian, or Logan's ex-love interest. And things might not be going great in the mine. They were sent to kind of investigate things. So we'll see if they end up there. Aside from that, the town is substantially more fleshed out, as you will see, or maybe have seen in the previous episode. Lots to do, lots to see. Still some competitions and such going on, but I wanted to do a little bit of a recap so that everybody feels caught up. We have Coral Black Hat as the mayor as well. But aside from that, I think that's most everything, and I feel so terrible, so bad that that happened. But now I have learned from it, and I will not allow it to ever happen again. Maybe it'll be something new next time, I'm sure.
It gives us the cue, right? We react to it.
Again, you guys aren't wrong.
There's a lot of sexual things going on over here.
Okay.
There's been a lot of emotional moments between woman and ass and dragon and
Yeah, so you guys, you had the interaction in the tavern, you know? Mopar and everybody.
Did you enjoy the show?
Kind of queuing up the locals
doing
as
it
to like
back.
something fishy was going on. Then you busted into the stronghold where the fight was going on, and you just really blew it out of the water, and you're like, listen. For those who knew, like immediately knew you were back, everybody else in the town is pretty fucking suspicious. And you want to again, you're speaking with Pagan. Your first time seeing him in 3.5 years. For him. For you, it's immediately, and you're going to say, I love you, and...
You are my love.
Okay.
And I will love you from this eternity into all eternities.
Okay.
Let's go.
I know that we've been gone for 3.5 years, so I know that that's been a long time for him, even though it's been a day for us.
She's showing empathy.
Yeah.
Cute.
He's the
I don't know
love
what
of
that
my
is.
life.
What about that dragonborn at the tavern you
Thing
wanted
where
to
you
know
have
about?
to imagine what
He's the
other
love of my
person's
life.
feeling.
Pagan.
That's the one. Oh, so which one is it, Lexi?
Excuse me. Pagan's the
She's
love.
like, listen, players gotta play.
Pagan's the love of my life.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I can't look at the rock from every now and then.
Okay.
The Rock? What?
It's
Ah, so
it's
you
a
win.
it's
There
a
you
thing.
go.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
You would understand.
The Rock, the Dwayne
You're now
Johnson.
enjoying.
The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, Noura. Not to be confused with Dwayne, the Dwayne Johnson.
Hey, Johnson the Dwayne.
Oh my god. That was magnificent, Noura. You fucking nailed it. I want you to, like, I'm also, like, almost tempted for, like, sound to have said that outside the door, like, Rock
Yes.
Johnson?
Make it so. You have the power.
Dwayne Dwayneson?
Which Dwayne?
Watson Jason.
Alright, so Pagan. And he's just like I'm so confused. You've only been back for like 30 seconds. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys explain to me, like, what happened? The last I knew, you guys stepped through the door and everything started collapsing around us. Damon managed to hold the place together long enough for us to get out, and that was it. There was never any sign of you ever again.
When we went through the door, we fought our mother, the one who had been following us this whole time.
Shark, yeah.
Shark?
Yes.
Not
Shark.
shark.
Not shark.
Shark.
Yes. We
Shark
fought
is
her.
a god.
We
Those
fought her
are
minion.
devious.
And she
The
let
one who
us-
You
killed.
never know when they're coming.
Yes.
But
the
when
one
they
who
do, you
killed
gotta go home.
Vaughn's father.
Smith.
Smith. Yes. Not Smith.
Not to be confused with the Smith Burger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Fuck you.
What else are you guys gonna argue about?
Hi, honey.
There she is.
Focus.
Angie's clueless with those
He's
animals.
just knocked out.
If you want, you can just say, I recap the events.
I recap the event.
And you see his face contort from pure awe to concern. Back to awe again. And then just being impressed.
So now he's aware that we're all here.
Did you embellish anything?
I
And then to quiet contemplation.
did not.
So I heard all this too.
You did hear all this. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Sound
Right.
knows.
So now you
I'm
kinda
still
know.
in.
Right now?
You
I
kinda
can
know.
become part of the crew now.
You kind of know. You're like, oh shit.
I'm gonna say Sound knows. She's like,
People aren't full of shit.
They're
these
legit.
aren't
legit.
fucking
I get
actors. They aren't actors. These are the same motherfuckers.
Look at these.
As she's chilling outside the door. Alright. So, the last 15 minutes, that was Lexi's turn.
Sorry.
What do you guys want to do? I can say, like, listen, you saw her take Pagan to the room and you were all, like, up against the door. Black Hat is still with you.
Artificial black hat. What's be going on with that map?
Trade.
With the map?
Yes, that's glowing map.
To be
with
going-
the blinky
what's-
things and the.
What's be going on with you? You've been gone for so long. Black Hat thought you were for certain dead. The map. This is the same one that your friend, the Yino, the Hound, he took from that dungeon.
What's it do?
It has the marks on it. It's
What be the marks for?
It's so you guys will remember. In Celestial, it had specific spots on a map that seemed to be indicative of individuals of importance to that place.
Okay.
And
Where be the marks at now? Where are
there
they?
are, so again, in Celestial, there is a symbol.
What
There-
kind of syllable those mean?
There is a celestial symbol, and it is again pulsating where the Knoll stronghold used to be. Now, what you guys would remember as Dawn's Hold, the town where you are now.
No.
And that's it?
Yeah, there are no other symbols. Whereas you'll remember from
It's
when you
on
were
the map?
inside. Yeah,
It's where we are now.
it is where you are now.
How many are there?
No.
There is just one celestial symbol, and it's kind of like pulsating on the map.
No idea that.
Whereas you'll remember before when you were just getting in there, there was
Wow.
two
Wait,
symbols.
it's a four?
6.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we normally go to like
That must be good.
To one?
I said we normally go to 1.
I don't blame you. I want to play this all night.
Why is
I
everyone
literally
saying
can't.
David's?
You hear that? Remember the person
I'm
who
too
was
busy
like,
DMing Lexi.
I'm sorry, you remember the person's like, oh, that doesn't sound like something I'd be into. I don't really want to try it.
I'd be into it if I got to ride a fucking wolf into the middle of a duel and high five it before a sweet guitar riff.
I had no idea
And then
I
they
had
go
this
with him and
much
then never talk to him
options.
again.
Yeah, what I'm allowed to do.
Yeah.
But Psychelian.
Anything you can think of.
He says, yeah, it's the map from the dungeon, the home. What did you guys call it?
So
The
you're
home?
gonna go to the Mars.
Be nice to your
When
sister.
that mark be moving?
I gotta hit him up
Hmm?
every single one of them.
When you last see that mark move?
Well, I wasn't looking at it
Unfortunately,
constantly
it's my
throughout the day, but when I came into the room, I saw that it was pulsating in
I got
town.
it, so it's
It was in
Soho.
it was
It's an
in the
honorable
town.
responsibility, I think.
It was never in the town before. This mark has not been on the map
28
since you left.
For sure.
Now
May
that
I
you're
have
back.
the map?
What?
May I
I'm
have the
telling
Yes,
map?
he's got like he's got like splayed out on the table, and he's like looking at it like, here is where it's at. Here is where we were. You know, blah 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 blah
It's
blah.
there. It's pretty close.
When we're done looking at it, I'll roll it up and take it.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you
No,
could
going home.
try to.
I asked and he said, yeah.
You like I thought you meant like, can I look at it?
No,
You want to like just like,
There you go.
can I have the map?
I
And he's
have
like,
it?
yeah. And you just like roll it up and put it in. He's probably not gonna let you do it. He's like, no, it's not mine. It's Pagan's. It was given to him by Yino to try and to wait.
Yeah, you've got a
Alright,
one-year-old
come back
puppy.
and see if she was back.
Puppy needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, like he's in his
You'd have to ask Pagan. I do not have the right to give it away.
That makes
get that.
sense.
Yeah, I would.
I mean-
Trust
I'll bring
me.
him next
If I
time.
could, it's
But I think we can take care of this problem.
But we
Yes,
can
I don't know why he got in the room. And he's gonna walk over and he's gonna like pound on the door.
25 minutes.
Oh, that's
You're
Lexi,
being
he's
pounded right now.
but like Black Cat's gonna come over and like beat on the door. Like, what are you doing? We have so much. Like, come out. We need to talk.
I'll
yeah,
open the door and walk
definitely.
out. We can't hear
if you
Lynn.
do something
I'm sorry,
on the
that's what I was saying.
Lynn,
Yeah, so
Do it.
next Saturday is my going away party.
Lynn. Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, she said push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay.
She's on
Just
My
because she's
bad.
talking doesn't mean.
Because I was just talking about, so, you know.
Geeko, you can lower her so we can see your face because it's between you and Tychelian right now.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you
Why
separated that other
do they
thing, 'cause
call
there's no
David
way you should
demon?
drive after drinking that entire
These,
cup.
there'd always
I
has
wasn't gonna drink
to be
it.
a
I
villain.
was like
Oh, yeah,
choking it
because
down.
he's a necromancer.
But
You could
David-
call him a necromancer because before he
Okay,
saved
so
us, we
next
were
weekend,
guaranteed to
Saturday,
die.
obviously,
So one could say that he raised us from the dead. When you guys left,
Okay.
He's a necromancer.
the place started collapsing. He used his
Because
influence
we'll be at your table on
to
Saturday.
hold the
Wait,
door
what's Sunday?
open
Not this
so
Sunday.
we could leave, but he could not.
December 1st.
Sounds
Why
like a
couldn't you-
hero.
Okay, yeah.
He
'cause everyone's gonna be
as
out of
soon as
town
he
next
took
week.
it closed
We're off next week.
Yeah.
Right?
behind him, so
No,
he
we're
held it
gonna-
long
we're
enough for us to
gonna do
leave.
it
But
on
once he
Sunday.
takes his hand off,
Next Sunday.
then the door
Yeah.
closed and he could not
Next Sunday.
get out. It's the only
If
way
you're-
that
I
we
mean,
were
if
able
you're
to come
here.
back and tell your
Which
story,
is
to move the town, to have any sense of future at all. It's
Oh,
it's all
shit.
thanks
next,
to Dana.
Next
But
Sunday is December 1st.
every story needs a villain, and to say that it was a the immortal goddess like
I'm flying.
slayed against the
Apparently I'm
entire
flying
town,
to Texas and flying back
can
before then.
scare
Yeah,
people
we
away.
fly back
So
in.
we instead
We fly back
condemned
in
him.
Saturday at 12:30.
We
I
did
have
slay
rehearsal
one of the
at 1,
acolytes? Alkalites?
but I should be done by
Alkalites
5:30, so
of the
we'll
Night
get to
Mistress.
Yeah.
Acolytes.
It's just
Oh.
kind of
But in
our
Pirates.
flight leaves out.
It's obvious that you were victorious, but why did it take you so long to get back?
We'll start.
So we'll.
I don't know.
I'm not
I remember
expecting it to go full
a
out
weird
party.
I was gonna
fog
say, we
falling
will-
for a
we'll
long
last
time.
Din is
What
fine.
seemed like endless time. I'm gonna switch back.
Oh shit.
What
Yeah,
seemed
I'll
like
be back by
endless
the
time,
first.
and we suddenly appeared outside of the
airport is
cave.
an hour away from his hometown. So that means we have to leave his hometown.
And there was light and dark everywhere.
That was going to be my next question.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'll be
You
back.
all look
Fly out.
exactly the same as
Okay,
like
yeah,
there's
so
literally
perfect.
a mustard
So
stain
we'll do it
on your shirt
Sunday.
What, where?
that I
You'll
saw
have-
before
and
you
then
went
we
in the
keep
doorway,
it
and
up
it is
to, like,
still there right now.
I can keep up with your
How it's
character
only
more
been.
Oh, like do one of these to try and get it out.
There'll be a
I mean,
video.
when I look up things,
So you've
like
only
sounds,
been gone
do you want
the
me to
matter
make
of
one like
less
sound?
than a day.
I definitely want to be
It
chaotic.
appears that.
Have any of you
Okay.
rested
So-
since this fight?
Do you want to be chaotic?
I don't
do you
think
want to
we
be like
have.
a bard, or do you want to be like a
Oh.
fighter?
Unless it counts drinking.
Yes, fighter.
A fighter.
There's
That's
going to be
plenty of that
Because I
sense.
want to get
plenty of time. There must be some other divine purpose here because you have literally returned on the day of a festival for the celebration of your sacrifice.
Look at
But you're here!
Please. Wow, you missed it. He was just staring at her face.
So,
My dog does that all the time.
you
where
wanna be
do
a
we go
tiefling,
now?
Or do you want to be something else?
Like, where do we go?
what do we do?
What do we do about this mark?
Well, the celebration, it crescendos tonight.
So,
I think perhaps we talked about it after.
I am
There's,
always down to celebrate.
there are various competitions going on. There's a drinking competition. There's a competition of strength. There is there's an archery, and they all have various rewards, magical items, sometimes monetary, that you could be a part of. But right now, I think we just need time to think.
so there's dwarves.
Boy,
They're
Al.
really small.
No, I don't.
There's elves like me. So
Should we
there's
take a
elves.
brief pause?
Brief pause.
Should we do a brief pause? All right, let's do a brief pause. You've been encouraged to kind of just enjoy the events that are going on in town and explore around. I'll reiterate, it looks like, again, some changes have been made to the stronghold to include what was just some towers at the back. Now looks like it's been opened up into a mining area. And while everybody else filters out to enjoy themselves, it looks like 2 guards stick behind to guard this portcullis that goes down back into this mining area. Black Hat and Pagan stuck around to talk to you guys. They are probably going to filter out of this area. If you wanted to talk to Pagan about getting that map, you're welcome to. Lexi, if you wanted to stick around right now to talk to Pagan when things are going to get a little bit more privat, you're also welcome to do that. But it seems like this festival celebrating individuals who resemble you quite a bit is in full fucking swing right now, and you are welcome to enjoy it as it's going on with the several events that are happening as well, with rewards included, as well as the new buildings that are the new buildings and shops that are available for you to visit if you want.
Boy, Pagan,
Yes.
this here map, there be some black marks on here.
Purple. Yeah.
There be some purple marks on here.
Yes.
What's these be about?
Uh,
Like, have you saying they just appeared?
I can't be too sure, but like when we were at home, this was just on that wall. It's just hung on the wall, and like I don't know if it was a supervisors or management quarters, but yeah, it had some kind of. So we didn't know what the symbol meant. We just knew that it was celestial in its origin, and there were 2 of them on before. There was one over by the bridge, which is northwest of our town, and then one directly where we were. And then in the middle of this fight, so many years later, not the same symbol, but a symbol appeared in our town. And then you guys were there for the rest of it.
Are the other 2 symbols still there?
No, it's just it's just the one right now that shows our town.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
May I be having this map?
Honestly,
I
like,
think we can use it.
yeah, absolutely nothing. It has done absolutely nothing up until now. So yeah, you guys are welcome.
Oh, are we
What,
so?
it just like lit up just now. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were here?
Because it's lit.
Yeah, it's like
Did you guys
It's all yours.
find out what the other mark was? That was
The heroes have returned.
no. A little while after you guys disappeared, that one we noticed it made its way a little bit farther north, and then off of the map. We don't know where it went after that.
Do there be someone who speaks Celestial here?
We don't have anyone in town. Our town is substantially short any type of clerical or priestly individual. You know,
That makes sense.
since
Does, yes.
the demon
And
Al speaks up.
The demon died. So our graveyard is currently untended by anyone.
You
If
can
you
say
guys
I
know
do.
anyone
You can just say I do.
looking to fill the slot, we can give them 3 hots and a cot, and then enough gold for like a decent living. You know, we're an adventurer and a guarding guild, so.
By the way, Pagan, you're looking a little old. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Older.
substantially older. I mean, you guys were only gone for a couple of years, but all I do is raise these whelps and green ears, and they all seem like their sole purpose from coming here is to go and get themselves killed, and it's my job to stop them. And it doesn't much help that it's all different races now. I'm trying to mitigate the savage nature of the orcs, as well as converting, indoctrinating. It's Yeno's process, but converting or indoctrinating the new gnolls that get in here. So.
Boy, what's been going on with the Knolls and the Mark?
So you guys all know the gnolls are influenced by their god, Yeno Gu. He just like kind of forces savagery on them.
Yeno Gu?
That's why I named this guy Yeno.
Yeah. Yeno Gu is their deity. He's a demon lord of savagery, and he just like he holds sway over all the gnolls. Like just innately,
He created the Knolls.
He kind of influences them towards savagery. Yours, Yeno, ours, Yeno, the boy Yeno. I don't know what happened to him. He got tagged in the back of the head, and it changed him. So now, whenever we encounter these gnolls out in the wilds, he gets really upset when we don't knock him unconscious, because these things fight to the death. So he is kind of mandated that any encounter with the gnolls, you knock him unconscious. We do our best to kind of hit him where he got hit, restrain him, and then when they wake up, if they still kind of feel that influence, it's just.
How many have you turned?
Of the gnolls, it can't be more than a dozen. It's not a lot as far as our population is concerned.
What's the success rate?
Maybe counting Yeno, there's 10 of them in town. We've honestly got about the same amount of orcs too. A few goblins, a few kobolds, Porg, the hill giant, but
He hasn't killed everyone yet?
No, he's smaller now. He can't hurt anybody.
What?
Porg, the hill giant.
How did he get smaller?
He was starting to get out of control, like way out of control. We couldn't even feed him anymore. But then one of the orcs that came into town. Oh, you guys need to talk to this dude.
Boy, would it be the Orker?
The Sorcerer?
The Sorcerer,
Yeah, he's a spellcaster. Very well spoken for as far as orcs are concerned. And he used the minimize on Porg. This guy's like 3 feet tall now. It's so easy to feed him. You know, he gets angry and he acts up, but he's 3 feet tall. Like just smack him on the head instead of, gather up the town and get him out of there. So
Boy, that's what I say about a paladin. Just smack her around a little bit.
Just keep quiet.
Dawn's over there.
It'll be about 5 minutes before she simmers down.
She's gonna monologue for a bit. If you guys can scoot just a little bit. Yar. But yeah, we had to. No, yeah, Porg was great for scaring people off, but then he got hungry. But luckily, this Sorcerer, he came into town. He had the minimize spell, and he's smaller. It's easy to feed someone who's much smaller. You know, they can be as chaotic as they want. You kick them.
He's not an asset. He's not an asset for defense purposes.
Well, I mean, if you just dispel the minimize, I think he's formed enough of a bond with Mara. He works over at he works over at the general store now. But yeah, if you were to unminimize him, I guarantee just point him in a direction and unminimize him, and he. But then you also need to be able to
feed him,
minimize him again. Yeah, it's he's adorable though.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, no, if we wouldn't have been able to do that, then I don't know if we'd have been able to keep him in town.
Boy, I got more questions for you.
Yeah, sorry. What's up?
Beck, where she be?
She's out with Yeno on mission in the mine.
What's going on down there?
Oh, man, how much time do you have?
Give me the brief 3-sentence.
So you remember the chain we found in there? Mithril.
Yeah.
There's a mine here, also of Mithril. Okay? That's must have been where the ones who were here before that, for some Pavel dude used to run the place. But yeah, there's a mithril mine down there. So we reopened that. It's like 200 feet down the tunnel, and he'll gesture over, because I assume you guys are like out in the courtyard, like walk and talk, and he'll gesture over to the 2 guards who are at the portcullis. He's like, yeah, it's down that way. We got mithril. There's some kind of cavern. There's like there's water, and they found some ancient door, which is pretty commonplace around this area. There's ancient doors all over. You guys found one just the other year, I guess. But yeah, we sent him, Beck, and a few others, a few of our newbies who just come into town, to go down and check that out. The festival's going on, so they're honestly expect them walking back out of that door any second now. But yeah, Beck's still around, so.
Boy, that'd be pretty good. I'll catch up with her later.
I'm sure she'll be very excited to hear about that.
You guys are cutting out.
Lynn!
Lynn!
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Ripley!
Any other questions for Black Hat or Pagan as you guys are kind of walking back into town?
Hey, can you read my map?
Yes.
Where?
I show her the map.
It
What does
says
this say?
2.
Can I'm gonna roll. No.
You don't. It's just the celestial symbol for 2.
It says 2.
Dos?
Like the icon, the celestial icon, or the symbol that I was saying was pulsating in town. Yeah, it says woof. It says 2.
Woof woof.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Oh,
No, you're good.
I will re-scroll it. Fuck it.
Okay.
The sending stuff.
Yes.
Bunch of ticks next to it.
What's that?
There's a bunch of ticks next to it.
Yes. Oh.
That'd be how many days?
Yeah. I was counting how long you guys were gone, and then I gave up after 456, 450. After that, I just figured it was a waste of time. I kept the sending stone in my room. You know, I just didn't want to carry it around with me all the time because I thought it might get broke. I figured it was safer in the room. If you guys did try and get a hold of me, did you guys try and get a hold of me?
She did.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I should have just been wearing it. Cool, yeah.
I checked your missed calls.
Oh, it was here in the spam folder.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. This is a walk and talk. This isn't really like an initiative
I
thing.
was gonna say Nora's character. It's all figured out now.
Okay.
But her
I'm excited to find a way to introduce her.
her hit points is 80. She's a fighter. She's a level 7 fighter.
We'll talk about that later. Let's move along. Yeah, so we got the mine, this sorcerer. There's this halfling lady who's selling potions. Garrick and Mara is still around, though Mara kind of runs the business mostly. But yeah, the town is yours.
Boy, but where'd that drinking competition be?
Oh, that'll be at Big Figs.
We're going to Big Figs.
You want to go to Big Figs?
Big fig.
Guys, I'm just gonna roll with you because I'm still halfway certain that this isn't a dream. Thick.
Oh yeah, I can fix that for
Could
you.
you hit me? Just like old times.
Sure, I'm gonna
Just-
give him the biggest punch right in the face.
Do a 1d8.
That's 20 something to hit.
Oh yeah, you didn't even have to roll. He's not gonna dodge it at all. You just gotta fucking roll that d8 to hit him in the face, man.
7 plus 2 strength, so 9.
Okay, yeah. So you tag Pagan, who is somehow creeping closer to your age now.
Yeah.
Not nearly close, but like somehow closing the gap, right in the side of the face, and his weird dragon tongue like lolls out of his mouth, and okay,
Boy, now do me.
that's pretty convincing. Okay, he's gonna roll one against you. That'll probably hit for 6 plus so 6 plus 14 is 2, 6, 3. So 9. How much did you hit him for?
9.
9!
Oh, you're taking after your own man.
What's that?
Back and forth, you guys just punch each other. And you reminisce about old times and how he was just a young lad and you saved him. And then you descended into alcoholism. But then he,
What? I would never.
in kind, saved you as you became these... I want to call them... Oh, man. These Han Solo-esque characters. Like, you're not heroes. You just find yourself in situations where you can tilt the scales in the right direction. And now here you are, uplifting this entire town, you know, and you're slapping each other on the back, and you're reminiscing, punch each other in the face, and everything's going great. There's a cat meowing. Sounds a lot like Sassy, and it sounds a lot like it's coming from
She's sassy and
Merrick's.
Oi, but you know what you should be slapping, right?
She gonna
The
kick
beautiful
you
partygoers.
Yes.
Right, yeah, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to hang back inside
This little dog.
the room, but listen, if she's got things that she needs to do, I'm not trying to be clingy or overbearing at all.
But I think she's the one who's gonna
She
be
pisses
thinking.
at her own sister half the time.
She's not paying attention, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was fine. It was a 1v1 with Pagan.
All right.
You'll see it in the video. You'll be upset.
And Kiko go to the potion shop.
Okay. As you guys are walking through town, who wants to roll for a random encounter?
Yeah.
Joey.
You guys will notice the town is...
Lynn gets it.
Lynn, yeah, you can roll for it.
Just relax.
Speaking of things that aren't related to that at all,
But they like to relax.
Giko, you said you wanted to work your way towards the potion shop.
Yeah.
All right.
You're missing
Well,
out on
yeah,
the
they like
competition,
stimulation,
so.
but with them
probably
it's
happens
actually
later.
unhealthy for them for too much
So,
stimulation because
this
they
is the
can't
potion
control
shop.
themselves. So
You see a long building.
they're like
My
not
feeling
supposed
is
to
not
like
gonna
play
start
outside and
to
stuff like that for a long time because of that. So, like,
Which
they
one's
go
the
on
potion?
walks,
The
but-
long,
This one.
the long boy.
It's a long build. There's a potion falling off of there because the whatever the stuff has detached.
And when
Um,
you go right now,
There are two doors marked "pull," and they adorn the entryway to a building with windows on either side of the entrance that display various potions and poultices. Behind the counter, which is actually the floor, so think the counter is raised up to here, but it's actually like a floor. So it's like been raised up a level, and then somebody built a floor on that as well, extending all the way to the back of the shop, about a third of the way back. There's a second, smaller counter, and behind that, a small figure can be heard shuffling about between two large pots or cauldrons as they boil over flames sustained by some form of piping. In the middle of this is a spout. It has two knobs that kind of goes over the top of them with little handles on each that can control the flow of it. The individual that is in there it seems like a middle-aged halfling female, and she continues to shuffle about while she's doing things, while she's inside. When you open the door, a bell rings, and she says, "Oh, we're closed. Sorry, we're closed right now. I'm not selling anything."
Potion seller. I require your strongest potions.
Oh, what are you? You're a curious little creature. And she'll shuffle up towards, to look at you. Where are you?
What does she look like?
Huh?
What does she
Her
look
miniature looks a lot like Hadrix, but she's not. She's a halfling woman of middle age, and she is just covered in little trinkets and baubles that seem associated with potion making. So like a sleeve of like different spoons and measuring cups, and then over here it's like 3 different kinds of gloves with like little glyphs on them, as if perhaps they're for some kind of specific purpose. And she'll see you walk in. She's like, "Oh, come closer, dearie. Come closer to me. Come close."
Kiko will come closer.
Okay, as you get close, she holds a small lizard up, like a newt, and she leads it.
is his last name Scamander?
She leans it towards you, like in her palm, and you see its large eyes, pupils long as it stares. What you think perhaps into your soul as you make eye contact. Your cold-blooded heritage taking you back many a millennia.
Kiko's gonna eat this thing.
And she tosses it in the pot.
Okay.
Kiko eats it?
Kiko's gonna eat this
Not
thing.
quite. Kiko's ready to eat it.
He was about to.
So a tiny lizard, she's like, you know, like,
Kiko opens his
and you
mouth.
look into your eyes, and she sees you like a small spot of drool, and you're like, she's like, nope, that's not working, and throws it into the pot. She's like, well, normally that requires a bit of an emotional component, but I don't think you're the right person for that.
She went to.
We lost Lynn.
She ran away.
Oh, what can I do for you, you tiny little dragon man?
We're both tiny.
Hmm.
We're both tiny.
Well, what's the difference between tiny and minuscule? And like while she's doing it, she's like over here like mixing the pot, and she'll like look down in it to where she just threw the newt in, and like her glasses will fall in as well, and she's like,
Did she boil the newt?
yeah, she tossed it immediately into like the potion pot.
Was it boiling?
Yeah, it's definitely
What a
dead.
bitch.
That's what you drink.
You're not there, Oh, I just punched the camera. You're not there, Kellyanne.
I know.
Kiko needs health potions.
Ooh, dearie. We're not doing any business until after the festival. Oh, but wait. What would you think about a health potion that never ends?
Kiko's interested.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm looking for somebody who can collect a list of ingredients for me.
You should write them down. Write down
Yeah, I guess.
What's your name, little thing?
Kiko?
Are you skilled in adventuring at all?
Yes.
Oh, goodness! Excellent, excellent.
Kiko's the
Perhaps
best.
you'll be the one to survive. Ah,
And then
yes.
Dude Bro's just like, yeah, you got this, bro.
And like the angels behind him, like you see like thumbs up on both sides of your head, and he goes, got this.
And she doesn't see any of that.
Yes, if you acquire a specific set of ingredients for me, I will trade you an ever-filling potion of healing. Just 1-for-1 exchange.
Okay.
Hearthstone?
Okay, so the mushroom in question, it grows underground. That's the best place that you'll be able to find it. It is called a Durple bedded Godhurt bringer.
A Durple buried god or
A Durple bedded Godhurt bringer.
A
Turtle-headed godhood blinger.
are you fucking with me, lady?
No, it's very rare.
What does it
Turtle-headed
look
godhood blinger.
A Durple headed Godhurt bringer.
Do you have a picture of said Durple?
Derp to derp.
No, but I can do this. And she'll reach out and she'll like poke you on the nose and like kind of implant like a small image of this inside.
It would be way better if she just poked you on the nose and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
you do this.
Right along.
And inside your mind, you'll see this peach colored. It has a peach colored shaft with like what looks like some
Look at her choking on her drink.
it is a peach colored shaft
Colored shaft.
with what looks like some roots like running up the sides of it.
Of
With
course.
two
And then a
berries
small-
right at the bottom.
A small shaft, or not a
Okay.
small
Cap.
a
A
cap
long cylindrical
on the end of it, and then
shaft.
like one side of it will be like fenestrated just a little
berries.
bit,
I
and
gotcha,
it'll
I
run
gotcha.
into the, and it's called a purple, a dirt,
The purple derp.
a Durple bedded Godherd bringer.
Oh, and I
And you just need one of these.
Yes. Well, if you
You
find
just
more,
need one.
I'll try and
One will do the trick.
I'll try and also
She
give
only
you
needs one day.
a suitable reward for it. But all I need is one of them. The bigger, the better. But
Oh, okay.
But yes, if you get me that, I can get you this healing potion. It refills every day at dawn, and it'll never run out.
And it's just underground.
Yes. So there's a description of what it looks like. It grows best underground in moist environments.
Goes best under the trousers.
You heard, Don? It's found best in moist areas.
Indeed. If you're not sure, if you're not sure, I've been told. I've never found one myself in the wild. but I've been told if you were to stroke the tip of it,
Okay, yeah.
if you were to stroke the tip of it while grasping the shaft, it may quiver or throb. It may quiver or throb, and a small amount of liquid may leak out of the tip of it. Yes, a milky sap substance. Don't drink it though. It could cause swelling and an infection for 9 months, perhaps.
Wow.
Yes, I've been told that's how they spread.
Okay. Kiko will keep an eye out for
Yes,
such a mushroom
yes,
plant.
yes. If I wasn't so busy.
I was back there with my house.
Wait, Dawn, are you saying you wanted to be a part of this?
Well, I just walked up.
Oh, okay? So you busted in while they. Which part were you talking? Like the stroking of the tip or the description?
I got the whole.
Oh, you got the whole spiel.
Yeah, I got the whole tweet berries as well.
Okay. All right. And how do you feel about this?
I like her vivid description.
I feel confused. I lost everything. As a paladin, I've never seen something of this nature.
Oh, you're a paladin. Yes, I would expect you not to be familiar with these types of things. Ooh. Give me a second to think about this.
Yeah,
Tell you what. Tell you what. If you're not certain, there'd be a statue at the front of town, and on that effigy, there'd be a statue of a specific individual by the name of Fakelian Boiver. If you look on his right leg in the impression of his pants, is a very good idea of what you might be looking for as far as shape be concerned.
Oi, Don, you can see mine anytime. What?
It's so cute. The nest.
What?
This one?
Oh, the puppiness. She's looking at the dogs. She wasn't being excited about the mushroom. The derple-headed godhurt slinger.
Did you come up with more?
Derple-bedded godhurt bringer. Okay. Geeko. Anything else that you wanted to ask her?
When do you open?
Oh, I usually open around dawn each day, and I close around.
Spelling
Is that
because I'm
Siri?
pretty-
That is Cirilla, yeah. What is she doing over there?
She's just riding the dragon.
It's good for her. I'm not even mad.
Is it something about
Siri's
like,
riding the
slaughtering
dragon.
or something? Where's the spelling of it?
A derple-bedded godhurt bringer. It's a mushroom! I'll give you the ever-healing potion for it. Now quit reading me notes!
Yeah, I think I'm satisfied.
Well, once I get me mushroom, I will be too, darling.
I bet.
It was good to have you in here. And let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Are you some form of impersonator?
Kiko has heard that before.
Geeko, yes, I recognize the name, but are you some form of impersonator, or
No, Kiko's the real deal.
Geeko the real deal?
Yep. One and only.
Kiko the Freako.
Okay,
Kiko getting his freako on.
I've got a lot to think about.
So proud.
Yep.
It was good to see you. Do be careful.
Will do.
All right, Jonas, I think that brings us back to you, buddy.
Oh, I finally made it over to the area.
Where were you headed to?
I was headed to the fight.
Oh no, yeah, you were there for you got there
That
and you
all
were a part of the
happens.
meeting and you were innate and all yeah. You were there for that.
That's
and,
all done now.
Yeah, everybody's starting to work their way back into they're essentially told we need some time to process this. Please enjoy the festival, your festival, while we figure out what to do next.
So do people believe us?
No, people are certainly like looking around at you. Like it's you're not really just faces in the crowd anymore. Anytime that you walk past. In fact, roll a d6.
I'll do that. I'll do just that. And I rolled a 4.
As you're walking through the town towards wherever your goal might be, you feel a small creature bump into you. And then you feel it reach into your pockets and start to run away. As you turn to face it, it is indeed a goblinoid.
There are goblins here?
And my character says, "There are goblins here."
Yes, so it would seem this creature has picked your pocket and is attempting to flee.
Well,
Is Jonas just kind of like, fuck. Like, what do you even carry on your person? Like some gold?
a lot of gold now. So this is more gold than Jonas has ever had in his life. He doesn't know anything about what it's like to have this much gold. And now it's being taken by some small goblin. And Jonas just does not like that at all. He's been poor his whole life.
You are also, you have both of your hounds at your side now.
At my side. And I see the goblin feebly running away. And I see him running, and I look towards the hounds and I say, "Kill him."
Kill him.
You say get him or kill him?
Kill him.
Oh.
Like Scar said to the hyenas in The Lion King.
Okay. They can definitely catch him. I need you to roll 2 attacks on the goblin.
Although it's a goblin.
Roll 2d20s.
Fuck that one.
Yeah, there's 2.
And since they're together, they're rolling an advantage.
Ooh, so 4 d20s.
Nothing. 17 plus.
That's
6
gonna
will
hit. That's gonna hit.
So Wolf Blitzer hits. And they both hit.
Okay, so they both hit. Roll your damage.
What is damage? What dice are you at?
Yeah, the damage it's generally a couple 6s, just a couple d6s. One moment. Wow, I made a split-second decision to kill a goblin. My character's got some deep-seated goblin problems.
Apparently so.
My
Just
character
like
has
Widget and Aberrations.
Deep-seated
Hashtag God props.
goblin problems. So, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna roll a bite. It's +6, so 17 + 6. So definitely dying. So
What's our damage?
it's 2d6 + 4. So I'm gonna roll
2d6 plus 4 twice. 6.
5, 7 + 4 is 11.
More God prop.
No more.
Also an 11 and a 12.
11 and a 12 together.
Yeah, those are the 2 damage hits, and then for both he has to roll, but he doesn't fall prone.
I'm just gonna stop you right there. He definitely falls prone because he has been knocked unconscious. Like 10 gold pieces spill out of his hand as his goblin body goes limp as he like face plants, but like immediately as he like touches your pocket and turns to run, both of your wolves are just like and like latch on to like his shoulders and just like immediately drop him. And he spills the gold, and he's unconscious and making death saving throws right now.
Okay, I'll walk up to him.
Rip his heart out.
I'll walk up to
Eat
him.
it.
Now, as I walk up to him, are people looking at me in horror, or are like what's going on in the general surroundings?
So I want you to think of this place as like an old west saloon, because there's a good amount of civilized people that still live here, but there's also like the orcs and gnolls that are kind of like, oh yeah, that's life out here. So like half of them are like, woo! And then yeah, the orcs are just kind of like, oh shit.
So I'll walk up to the creature. I'll walk up to the what is it called? The fucking goblin? I'll walk up to the goblin. I'll pick up my.
What are
I'll pick
goblins?
up my money.
Okay.
I'll look
What?
disgustedly down at the creature, and I'll say, "Let it be known, anyone who steals from me will meet the same fate. If it please you, save this goblin from death." And then I'll walk away.
Okay, so you're leaving it up to
Whoever hears me say
Up
these
to
things.
fate.
Okay.
Whoever hears me say these things.
Okay.
Len Warrior, my word! I can't believe he did that!
Woohoo!
I'm missing all of your voices!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They do, yeah.
So
Are you talking
I
about
walk
your
back
nose
to
stitch,
the group.
or-
The goblin is there, whatevering.
Yeah. Okay. So currently, Thykelion is headed to
The bar.
the bar. Geeko is inside the potion place. You can head wherever you want. I'm not sure where Lex.
Not only does that not count, that's negative points.
My hit point pool.
He walked at me like,
I
you're
just
going to
told
bed,
him-
and
I
then he's
just
like,
told him it doesn't
ah,
count.
and then walked
I
away.
told him not only does it not count, but it's negative points.
That's right. I'll keep going as long as you guys are cool with keeping going. So
He's got this
Drinking
he's
competition?
He's got
Drinking competition.
He's got the 6 a.m.
it's up to you. So we'll call it when you're ready to call it.
I want to do the drinking competition.
All right.
I believe.
So
If I'm
as
drinking
you
competition, I'm not driving. Fuck it. I'm gonna Uber home with the dog.
Unless we're doing actual drinking for the
Or
drinking
if someone wants to
competition.
drive me 5 minutes to my house.
the game plan wasn't to do actual drinking.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
I'm drinking
Yeah.
what's her face's drink.
I'm trying to catch up.
Noura.
No.
Nor,
Yeah.
So, as you enter the tavern, you'll notice.
You're getting a free show.
For what now? What is she doing?
Nothing.
Siri's riding a dragon, bro.
You'll notice 4 people lined up at the bar. There's the one-armed man from when you initially entered town. The one who got tossed out onto your group
Oh, yeah.
by the dragonborn
Because
bouncer.
he was too drunk. Got it.
Yeah, he burped into your face and asked for money.
That was, and then he fell on top of.
Al, yeah, she tossed him a copper and then spit in his face or something.
Something like that.
There's an orc. There's again a gnoll, and then there is a lady elf. And in front of them are identical cups, all filled with the same liquid. And everybody is chanting and beating on the table and saying, drink, 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 drink.
Boy, room for one more.
Oh no! Says Mopar as you saunter up to the bar.
much death.
And he
My
says,
home.
"You're all in trouble now! This man, if he's even half the actor he should be, you're all in a bit of trouble." Alright. Go ahead and roll a constitution check for me as you toss it back and everybody's like,
21.
you just handle that, alright? The lady elf,
Do you have high constitution?
I have +4 con.
so
You
pretty
should-
high, yeah.
Should he not get a drinking bonus?
I have an 18.
It would have been really hard for Thykelion to fail this.
Okay.
The lady elf does not do very well, and she tries to down half of it, chokes out, can't make it. Okay.
Never tried an IPA, eh?
I mean, it's a lady elf against
Yeah, and Mopar
against
says-
a man. How could she win?
Yeah, and Mopar's like,
Comments?
sorry we didn't have any of your fancy filtered wine, lady elf. Next round.
General misogynistic comments around.
Yes, your vagina made you weaker for drinking. I don't know. Probably not though. Next up, go ahead and roll another one.
That's an at one.
What is your character's base constitution?
18.
Yeah. Okay. So you are drinking and you feel it catch in your throat as
breathed
you.
it.
And it's glue.
No!
He breathed it and it felt like glue.
And as you're drinking it, you cough a little bit, and some of it, a few drops of it, not a few drops of it, but like some of it spills out of the side of your mug. We're gonna see if Mopar also nat 1 the roll.
So he didn't see
You
it.
both
So he
just
didn't see
shoot
it!
beer out of him.
And you managed and you managed to stay in the competition. Wow, what are the chances of that?
Jerry, we gotta take shots next time?
But the knoll does also spill, and Mopar notices that. So the knoll gets disqualified from the competition. So what is left is the one-armed man and the orc. The one-armed man seems to be handling this splendidly, having
Because he's
a
already hammered.
great fucking time of it. All right, next round, everybody roll.
Roll a what?
Are you
11.
serious right now?
Do I roll and
You're not in it.
20? What am I rolling against?
Sorry, not you. I meant the people playing. So,
Would have done so well.
so the orc, nat 1's the roll and vomits all over the bar as he attempts to be drinking it. This is so embarrassing. My father, he raised me to be a good orc when I was.
I like how he's got the underbite.
I really don't know what to say right now. I think I'm just gonna head out. All right. So it is between you and the one-armed man at this point.
Who's only got one hand for drinking.
And one hand for,
Not having a hand.
Got him.
What? I'm not sure what she was gonna say, but I was excited to hear it. I'm
One
interested
hand
that you
for
didn't
not
even.
existing.
I'm interested that you didn't even care what the reward was. You were just
No,
like,
don't give a shit.
yeah, I want in on
I
that.
don't care what the reward is. I just have to be the best at this thing.
Okay.
Thick boy.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. So instead of the normal
Oh, no,
keg,
I'm just kidding.
You're just rolling. Okay.
the normal keg that Mopar
Oi, Mopar!
was popping drinks out of, he says, "Fun, bring out this special sticky liquid."
Oh no.
I check it for glue.
She brings out a viscous white substance, smelling of adhesive. No.
Drink it.
So Vaughn kicks open the door, knocking over the camera to
camera
the back
falls.
to the back area of the tavern. So this area over here, and what she brings out is not the normal ale that you've been looking at, reddish or golden in hue. This is straight black. You're not sure what it's made out of, but it also seems to be syrupy of some sort. And she slams it down in front of you, and when you expect it to splash out, it kind of just roils around like oil would in a glass, and it sits in front of you
You don't have to do it.
menacingly. Will you drink it?
I sniff it.
Okay.
Does it smell like glue?
It smells so. No, it doesn't smell like glue. I had this whole description. It smells like not like glue.
Okay. Does it smell like something that will close my throat forever?
No.
Okay, then I'll drink it.
I'm not gonna kill you in a drink.
I'm just making sure because I don't want to be mad.
it smells from my little room. And then there.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'll,
Again. Drink.
14.
Yep, he rolled a 10. So, while you both manage to down it accordingly, as it, I won't say slips down, more as if it rolls down your throat. And initially you're like, ooh, gross, this is like drinking egg whites. As it starts to go down, the more of it that slips down your throat, it gets a little bit kind of like a little spicy, a little hot, and it's more like, oh man, what is it comparatively like drinking maple syrup, but like
Spicy?
Spicy alcohol maple syrup as it ends up down in your gullet, and you finish before the one-armed man, who, as he finished, falls backwards in his stool and then lands on the ground. And then Vaughn comes up to you and she lifts your thick veiny boy arm into the air and she says, "Yeah, he's the winner, the man who would be thick boy but isn't really thick boy." And she winks with both of her eyes simultaneously. Some would call it a blink.
Someone says, "That's
Some
not
would
how
call it a
winning
blink.
works."
I would not. And
Another round!
and with that, she hands you the reward. It looks like something you would be very familiar with as a seafarer, a spyglass.
Okay.
A magical spyglass, not just a regular one. So you'll have to figure out the
Oh, shit. You
the
better
characteristics of
You
this.
better attune to that shit.
And she says, "That was great. Can't wait for the archery and strength competitions later."
I'll scoop another one of the mystery nasty drink in
Okay.
my cup and take it again.
You want to roll it again?
Yeah, I got a 7.
Okay.
No, an 8.
So that's, yeah, oh yeah, 7 wouldn't have done it, but an 8 definitely doesn't also fucking do it.
Archery competition.
Alright, so, as you try and down what is, again, this mysterious liquid that they came from behind the bar,
It's not glue.
It's not glue, I confirmed it.
yeah, so you're gonna try twice because you're feeling really confident, and you do feel that very similar, nauseated feeling of it's time to boot. But the only problem with that is this is not something that just easily escapes your esophagus. So as you try to vomit, it gets kind of caught up in like this syrup. So I need you to because you already failed your Constitution check. So you're gonna take essentially you're like trying to breathe and vomit at the same time, and you failed. So you take 4 points of damage
Worst
Okay.
as
thing
you're
I've
like
ever heard of.
aspirating on what would be spicy maple syrup alcohol.
Breathing in your own vomit. Is that what's happening right
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
pretty
yes,
much.
yeah. Well, I mean, if we're talking physiologically, the esophagus and the trachea are different places, but yeah, well, let's just say
Just trying to puke up and then like breathing in so it goes down the
yeah.
wrong
He's
tube.
like, "Oh, I know what to do. Oh," and like it's just like instead of you like projectile vomiting, it's just like
Seeping out.
It's like,
or you're
don't
like,
worry,
"Oh,
I'll make everything better.
this
Oh,
should be
I
done
need
now.
medical
This should
help
be
now."
done now. This should be done, and it's not done. As you're like,
Can I try and slurp it back up?
no.
No,
No.
it's already up. It needs to be out.
You already won and lost simultaneously. What more do you want?
I gotta prove my title even more.
Someone needs to slap you on the back or something.
Someone needs to grab onto it. Start like. All right.
Roll the slap.
Yes.
Like a clown, fucking like.
Roll for slappage.
The,
Roll.
Roll for slap.
Roll an attack at advantage.
Like-
Because he has no idea what's going
like
on.
the handkerchiefs coming out of the clown mouth.
Oh, yeah, like the magic handkerchief.
Yeah. Except that's what's going on inside your body.
16
Right
plus,
now.
You're gonna hit.
wait, what is this for slap?
Strength modifier? I mean, is the hand a finesse weapon? I'm just gonna say you hit.
19?
You hit.
I'm just gonna say you hit.
And it's a D4, yeah?
Sure.
You can an unarmed attack. I think is a D6.
No, armed is just your strength modifier, I'm pretty sure. 1 plus your strength.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for just a basic punch, yeah, 1 plus your strength modifier. Honestly, you're not trying to damage him though, right? You're trying to knock it out of his.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit. You do that. You manage to knock it out, but when you do it, he coughs a little bit, and it comes out of both of his nostrils as well.
Oh.
So now he can breathe, but it's leaking out of all of his front face holes.
I'll wipe it on my arm like one of these.
Yeah.
And then continue it.
Oh, he's ready to keep going.
And then you'll hold up like the spyglass, like.
Yo, we need more drinks.
I'll do like a look through, and that's about it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So now y'all can do the archery. and all
Yeah.
that.
So then Mopar's like, following this, there's going to be the strength competition in the middle of town. If anybody wants to participate in the strength competition,
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. do it,
Nico's gonna
Nico.
participate
Of course.
in the strength competition.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the
I'll
whole
do it.
thing is you need to lift boulders
I'll do it.
into. Oh, Jonas, you want to participate as well? Oh wait, why am I'm doing?
You
That
were
was
a
that was
Mopar.
Black Hat. There's a subtle difference between hey, you want to do it as well as oh, you want to do it as well? Yes, okay. Come on into the center of town. I'm gonna bring.
Sorry, I thought they were both Indian.
Yeah. One is supposed to be like a Khajiit from Skyrim, and the other one's supposed to be like an Indian-esque man,
I
but
guess.
very subtle difference.
They both own
Where's-
Third person.
Where's my elk creature?
Oh, is it not in your baggie?
Oh no, it's the one that's way too big.
Oh, the fucking huge one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I think that one. The elk is he's about like this big.
Yeah.
So you're shape shifting into your elk form.
Yeah, for the strength competition.
I would wait until after you.
Oh, until after I walk out into the field.
and
Yeah,
be
of
like,
course.
I volunteer.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out there.
I volunteer.
Well, I can use tiny elk as long as people can use their imaginations to know that this is not my normal size.
This is a huge size elk.
This elk is up to here, ish.
Okay.
He's taken up 4 things. Yeah. Anyway, where's me?
All right. So as you guys make your way out there, you see there's an orc. There's the dragonborn bouncer from the bar, and
Me.
there's a human male.
Is that me? Who's this? That's not me. Who the fuck is me?
Who are you looking for?
Me.
You? We're looking for Jonas.
Oh, there I am. I'm over there.
Oh, you're over there.
Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah.
Excellent. So you and Geeko, a orc, dragonborn male, human male. The first. Lynn, you don't want to participate in the strength event?
What?
There's a strength event.
No, I will tell you whippersnappers about something about strength.
That's gonna be a yes, I'm guessing.
About
The strength event starts. Lynn's still talking.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So Lynn, you see the 3 rocks in the front there? Small, medium, and large.
Yes.
You're doing an overhead lift with those, essentially.
Can I just walk directly to the largest one and just press that boy?
You can do that. Yes.
Throw
But
your
it's
bag.
cheating, and you're out. You're out.
Roll.
I'm not cheating.
Walk straight to it.
Okay.
Where's her person?
I'd like to live within the rules. This isn't against the rules, but I just pick up my waste everybody's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this isn't Mopar. This is Black Hat who's running this event. And he hasn't really started narrating yet. He's just like they just set up, and you're like, you're gonna walk out and lift the biggest boulder, which you can do. No one will stop you, but
Can I then go into giant elk form and lift her lifting the boulder?
Oh shit, that would be so mental. That would really rock.
go.
Rock
Lynn,
your world.
let's see if she can lift it first. Lynn, go ahead and roll a strength check on the largest boulder.
Okay, but I should just remind you that I can also lift above my head without any effort. A lot. Because my mental a lot. Well over 200 pounds, I think.
You said well over 200. I think 200 is pretty low as far as.
As far as giant boulders, yeah.
I think 200 is like
Do you know
8
the rock
strength
on
or
my
something.
porch? The rock on my porch is 45 pounds.
I rolled a natural 20. Hold on, I now can do it. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find giant elk form now. Shit.
There it is.
No, Nelson. Do you see it? I don't know why I'm still talking with the accent. Do you see it?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I see it. I see your natural 20.
Well, I did it. That was me.
Where's? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, this is.
Is that a lot of strength?
Yeah, plus 4 is good.
Okay.
The highest you can get is plus 5.
Alright.
This isn't. Oh, here we go.
Barbarians can get plus 6.
Checking.
Okay, what is your strength score? Your base.
3.
What is it?
So then it's 20 plus 3.
You rolled a nat 20?
Yeah.
You have a plus
That's why I picked up the
3.
laptop
So
and showed her.
is your strength 16?
It's 8. Wait.
18 would be plus 4. 16? Okay. So let me do the math here.
What did she need to pick up that boulder?
Woo!
I go to
I rolled a
Zola.
nat 20.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, nat 20 is an automatic success within reason. Alright, so,
Ooh! He said you're small! And
So-
you ain't got no nipples!
because, I was just, because of your character's size modifier, you are able to shoulder the boulder, but you cannot overhead lift it.
I rolled a nat 20. This is nice.
You're also 3 feet tall, and that's a giant fucking
I rolled to
boulder.
seduce the dragon. That's a nat 20.
Bullshit. You know how long I've climbing
So,
the way that
About 36 years.
How does a 3 foot?
I'm twice.
You're not a god.
so Lynn, I will say in the rule book it says
You're not a god.
Well, gods can do more than lift our rock.
Yes, but this rock is bigger than 20 of you.
so Lynn, I will say
It should be better than I lifted the smaller ones first.
so Lynn, I will say
Maybe
in the
you
rule
should have
book
started with that.
it says you can carry 15 times your strength modifier. You can overhead lift double that. Your strength modifier is 16 times 30. Oops. 16 times 30. So that's a maximum of 480 pounds. With a nat 20, I gave you another 100, which still is not, and I'll come over here if anybody wants to look and see the weight that I wrote down for this boulder. It is not quite enough to overhead lift this with your size modifier added in.
For the record,
I would disagree. Huh?
it's just trying to be funny. No.
I'm sorry, Lynn. Physics.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what she said.
I'm sorry,
You
physics.
said you're a bitch.
You said Gary's a piece of shit? Fire him?
I'm sorry, physics.
She said Gary's the worst DM I've ever had. He won't let me even lift rocks.
I'm
Listen, I did the
sorry.
math here. Alright?
Okay, well, I believe you.
So,
I wouldn't believe you anyway. I just wanted to tell you a size. You're a
seriously.
size
Listen, I agree with what you said, but you're still a bitch. So you managed to shoulder the boulder, but when you go to push press this bitch up, you,
Wait. Gary,
yeah.
am I an over the shoulder boulder holder?
Currently,
you are,
right
bro.
now, yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's a good one. I liked it.
She's getting so close to this camera.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
It
it!
already happened.
super
It's
missed
over.
it.
Gosh darn it. Alright,
You got a finger gun for us, Lynn.
so who's up next?
Lynn, finger gun.
Geeko, would you also like to try the large
There we go.
Can I do something besides try lifting it?
Yeah, if you want to do some sneaky stuff.
Can I do a major image to make it look like I lifted?
Oh, yes, you can.
What would I need to? Is that a deception?
Not only should you try and make it look like you lifted, but you should try and make it look like you do it.
Like
Yeah.
you tossed
And
it,
spin it like a fucking pizza.
and then you juggled all 3 of them.
And then so you're going for the largest boulder.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, fuck these tiny rocks! Okay. So Geeko moves up to
Right, okay?
the largest boulder here.
Little fist bump.
Yeah.
Um,
I did the little one though, 'cause our fists are small.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small.
and you're casting. This is gonna
I
be.
totally got fisted.
This is good. What?
Did you like it?
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty hard.
no. That's,
Nice.
That's what people tell me. Yeah. It's pretty
All right.
Things I didn't need to hear.
And you want to do a major illusion to convince everybody. Wait, major illusion or major image?
Image.
Image. Okay. And describe to me exactly what this image is doing.
Okay, so there's the boulder. I go to lift it, cast major image. I lift this thing pretty much single-handedly.
You get it up to here, and then you're like, huh! Catch it on like
And
your
you
finger.
spin it like a basketball.
I don't spin it, but yeah, I can balance.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
I'll
too much,
put-
too much. Couldn't do the one finger. Couldn't do the one
Yeah,
finger.
exactly.
Just
And
the
I'll
one
put-
hand.
Yeah, I'll do a couple little stretches like, ooh.
Yeah.
Where's
You
the
know
next
what?
finger?
It's not even these deception. Roll like performance, I guess. Because that's fantastic.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? Oh my god! Okay, you do that. Alright, you do that.
Lynn.
Lynn is so done. Lynn is so done
left.
over here. She just pieces out. So, Geeko.
Lynn, he's smaller than you. And he's winning better than you.
Okay.
He's
Who else
small.
left? Okay, so you do that. And who? All right. So strength. So the orc comes over, and he's like very pissed off at this. He's like, well, if the kobold, or if a kobold can live there, you should not be able to live for much more easy. And he rolls.
Why don't you stack the small rock on the big rock to prove a point?
Oh yeah, you little bit.
Roll persuasion.
Now, that his little thing
17.
is over. His major image is over, right? It's
No,
done.
it has a duration, but he can dispel it when he wants to.
Now, like if someone were to like walk in front of it or to just
You should
you
just
know
go
like
for
nudge
it.
him or something, what would that do?
So it's a concentration thing. So if he were to lose concentration or to keep it going when somebody else actually tried to lift the boulder, it'd be like a hologram on top of the regular boulder that they were trying to lift up. So if he just like poofs it away, then it just again looks like the same boulder is on the ground there again.
Do I need to roll something to understand whether or not I believe his illusion?
No, he nat 20 to performance. So if you wanted to also roll a nat 20 insight, you could
Do it. Use the big die. Get him.
you could try and insight that. I also like you guys just didn't care what the prizes are. You're just like
No, just do the
fucking.
combination.
Yeah, you're a little suspicious at first, but then like you're like, you know what? That's fucking Geeko, man. You know?
You've seen my little statue outside.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, finger gun.
so clearly like I'm like he's enhanced his strength with magic in some stupid way.
I mean, you know Geeko, so
And
you
Geeko's a fucking scumbag.
What?
I mean,
So you-
what?
you
You
see
see
him
me
do it, and you
like
roll
those
high enough on your
dumbbells,
insight. You're like,
Something's off.
Yeah.
this guy's being silly.
This boy's shooting up.
But then you're
steroids.
also thinking like, this is the town strength contest. Do I really want to bust this?
Bust
dude
my
up?
ball.
But then you also hate people, so you're like, oh, Jonas is over here just like, oh my god, so
He
many
likes
emotions.
There's so many emotions. Well, maybe if I just lift it just as well, it'll be fine.
Ah, yes.
So what's the is the
I'll
orc
just-
stacking
just-
rocks?
Just look angrily.
Yeah. So when you say that, the orc like pokes out his teeth even more. Ah! And he puts the second rock, the small rock, on top of the large rock, not the middle rock. And he tries to lift it. Oh, no. What is going on with these rolls today, guys?
What'd you get?
He nat 20 the roll. So now the thing to beat would be. Wait, hold on. I have to calculate this. So the first rock, I have to see if it's even physically possible for him to do this, even with a nat 20.
So did he nat 22 rocks on top of each other?
So he put this rock
Baby rock on top of.
on top of this rock.
Dice right now.
It's
3 nat 20s in a row.
I'm
man.
pretty sure that he's not even physically possible. This isn't physically possible for him. Hold on, let me do the math for
How big
this.
is an orc?
Orc is size medium. They're large creatures as far as medium creatures are concerned. That doesn't make any sense. They're medium size.
They're big medium creatures.
Yeah, like tall mediums.
Terraclid size.
Right, Lynn?
So size is very, very important in this whole thing.
He can't. He can't. He could have done the one, but with the other one added on. So he nat 20s it. And he gets it again to like where Lynn had it on his shoulder. And then the small rock like rolls and like hits him in the head as it's trying to roll off.
He gets squished.
Oh! For max damage, so he just knocks himself out as the rocks fall on the ground. Now there's like an unconscious orc over here on the battlefield next to the rocks. So Geeko is still the man to beat right now. And for the strength competition,
Nobody's listening to the rules yet.
nobody knows what they're winning. Black Cat's
Nobody's
just like,
listening to the rules.
Yeah, this seems about on par with what I'm used to with these individuals running around the village.
that one is now a giant animal. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't be a giant animal, so I guess he's not breaking any rules. But
Alright, I'm gonna roll to pick this shit up.
please nat one this or a 20, either a nat 1 or a 20. Because if there's one thing I love.
Well, it's
Wait, are you trying to do the 2 or just the 1?
just the one.
Okay, so remember your huge modifier. Add your strength.
Strength is quite high. Plus 4. 12.
But he's also a giant animal.
You are.
I'm a huge beast. Huge.
Yeah, but what is your character?
My character. Giant elk. I
Which
am
is size huge.
size huge.
So that's like 25 times weight or some shit like that?
There is a modifier.
I have to ask Google. How big is a huge beast? I got.
Oh, I can tell you what size they are, but I don't know what the modifier is. Oh wait, you receive a bonus or penalty to your AC. So it says huge -2. So I'm guessing is you would get a +2 to your strength, if that just stays.
Huge is I'm 15 by 15.
Sure.
That way.
Perhaps.
15 by 15.
Attack rolls and damage.
He's a very long boy.
Okay, larger creatures can bear more weight, whereas tiny creatures can carry less. For each size category above medium, double the creature's carrying capacity
So he gets.
and the amount it can push, drag, or lift.
Taco, I swear to God, if you call me, I will punch you.
Yes, so you can. So you rolled an 8 on your strength check.
So, and it adds, the giant elk adds 4, so that's
So
12. 12 plus whatever.
So we're gonna do a 12 times 30, doubled because of your size modifier.
12 times 30?
Yeah. So carrying is times 15, and overhead lift is times 30, doubled because of your size. So 12 times 30 equals times 2. 720 is not enough to lift. It is just under what the 2 boulders combine.
So
Way.
Wait, it's 2 boulders? I just did the 1.
Oh, you just did the 1?
Yeah.
Well, but that still wouldn't be. Oh, that would match
Yeah,
Geeko's.
that's-
Yeah, you can easily match Geeko's, but in order to beat him.
That's fine, I matched him.
Okay. Yeah. So you match him. All right. So Black Cat's like, it's a tie.
So I lifted over my head. I look at him suspiciously.
But you're doing it with your antlers, right?
Yeah.
So you like scoop it and
I just kind of scoop that shit up and
Yeah, and
I
then-
look around at everyone with the thing in my head and I look mostly suspiciously at Geeko.
He, like,
And I
picked it
snort
up.
at him and I make
Picked it up
and I
with
make
his own
and I
two
make
hands.
this
your
noise.
major image is going. You should just be like, and then he drops it.
I make this
He would know,
noise.
but everyone would.
And I'm like, here, hold this for me because you can clearly do it.
Okay, so then Black Cat's like,
I go like this.
Okay, so that's 2 winners for the competition. I guess it seems like our local druid is a little bit excited about the scenario, so I guess we need to add a little bit more weight. Is anybody interested in combining the stones as the previous contestant attempted to do?
And I'll
Stack
say-
the orc corpse on.
He's not dead. He just got like knocked unconscious, and then like 2 people with a little gurney like run out and like they grab him and they like drag him off to the side.
Geeko's down,
Okay.
but Geeko will go last.
Geeko will go last. Okay, so Jonas, it is your turn to go again first, unless you wish to contest Geeko's plan to go last.
I will step back and allow him to go, and I will not move.
So you guys are just kind of staring at each other, waiting for one to go before the other.
3 days later.
Nico cannot speak elk, so
Many months later.
Like Kellyanne, you're watching off to the side. As the tension mounts for a competition in which they have no idea what the prize is.
Hey, Blackhead,
Yes.
what's the prize?
Oh, the prize for this competition. So the winner gets 100 gold pieces as well as an enchanted piece of clothing. The clothing in and of itself enhances the better strength. So that perhaps next year at this competition they'll have a bit more of an advantage.
Neither of us wants strength.
You guys are fighting for it.
We're fighting for useless shit that one of us is gonna give to somebody.
okay. Giga will go. He's just gonna cast Major Illusion again.
Yeah, I just kind of carry
And
it.
What?
he's gonna put
Can I watch more closely this time?
Does,
You are
okay,
suspicious. So
I
you,
can dispel it and then cast again.
Right.
To change.
But like, okay, it's like this, right? There's 3 rocks. You'd have to go over and fake pick up this one to put it on there, but then it'd still be there, so if anyone touches it.
No, I could Major Illusion so it looks like I pick it up. That one would still be there, but it's invisible.
so its physicality would remain, but you could like camouflage it to look like a flat space. But if anyone works their way over there, which Jonas, you can't meta that right now. Look at him, he's already like, I walk over there. He is so hard. He was ready to walk over there so hard right now.
And so I'll just.
But yeah, you could walk over, put your hands on it, Major Illusion you lifting it up, even though it stays there, to set it on. But then you would also have to Major Illusion yourself, taking it off.
No, I could Major Illusion the whole scene, I feel like.
But it has to go back to there,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise...
But it's not whatever I touch. Like, I can Major Illusion a scene of me picking up all 3 of the rocks and picking up all 3.
Oh, you want to do all... Oh, fucking
Yeah. It could be
Christ.
one Major Illusion. It's just one.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
What? Oh my goodness!
Anything that's invisible, I can see it.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
Would I be able to see his bullshit if I do that?
It's not invisible. Does Fairy Fire... So Fairy Fire does detect things...
Wait,
with
hold on. Let me
invisibility.
make sure I have that in my thing. Real Plus 17.
Okay, so he sees Pico pick up nothing. Look like he's picking up rocks and putting them, stacking them, and then lifting 3. of
You
nothing.
you can react accordingly however you want for that. You can be like, whoa, he's so strong! Or you can be like, he's cheating! You fucking liar! Kobold, you can't trust him, or like however
I guess the one thing that I can do is use my one talk in animal form. And I gotta choose my words wisely.
well, you could leave your animal form too if you're gonna call cheating on him.
Oh, I can't turn back then. I can't win the contest. I already did animal form once.
Well, I mean, if he's cheating, he would get disqualified, leaving you
That's the Sophic.
as the winner. Like I said, it's your call. Suppose I should have laid out all of the rules of. But yeah, if someone's caught cheating, they don't like get their last score. Like they're disqualified completely from the strength contest for 100 gold and a piece of mysterious clothing.
So if I see through it, then I'm gonna wait until he has all the things lifted on top of each other.
Uh-huh.
Go pick up the small rock and throw it at someone.
And then
Going?
I'll go.
No. I'm gonna ruin this for you.
Do
When
it.
he has all of them lifted all over each other, you as an elk should go walk up and then pick him up with all of the things lifted over. So you're
Oh
picking
my
him
God,
up
yeah.
plus all of the objects. So you don't bust him out, but you're also like, I'm so fucking strong. I'm picking up him and the objects.
I'll do it.
That was. Sorry.
I kind of like it. Actually.
He goes like, yeah, and then you're just like, yeah.
Not only will I lift him up, but I'll lift him up and I'll kind of like toss him.
Roll a grapple check?
No, it's so I'm lifting these rocks and he's 15 feet high. So once he lifts me, you kind of see my image end on top, and so you just see kind of like rocks disappear on the.
And then
top.
reappear as he's bouncing.
Yes.
It's just the height angle. They won't see it. It's fine.
I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
'Cause it's a 20-foot cube, and if he's 15 feet tall, it
Yeah.
comes out of that cube.
Okay, so that goes on. That happens. And Black Hat is the judge for that. And he's like, so you walk up and you're lifting him, and he's like, oh my God, that shouldn't even be possible. How is he doing that? Oh my goodness, this.
Can I pick him up, and then just kind of walk over to the side out of the illusion?
I feel like we've already established the bouncing thing. I'm really excited about the bouncing thing.
Yeah,
So,
do the
um,
bouncing
okay, that's
thing.
fine.
So you start, you pick him up and you're like bouncing him as like the rocks disappear and then reappear. And he's like, oh my goodness, oh, hold on, what is going on here? But he does a terrible roll on trying to perceive it, and he's like, hold on, we need to pause for a second. Everybody just settle down. He's like, I need you two over here right now.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Sounds like I take with.
Yeah, Dawn, you're watching all this as well, and you're seeing what's going on. And you're smelling with your paladin nose, just whiffing evil. Do you smell evil?
I don't stink.
It smells
Oh no.
Smells like deception.
gross.
And he's gonna say, Kiko,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
The strength competition.
Jonas, I don't know if you can talk to me right now. What are you doing? I don't speak, you know I don't speak that. I've never once wanted to learn.
Something smells rotten in that native.
Oi!
Yes. If she's there, I can say, and she can talk to animals. I can say, it's clearly cheating.
Dawn, the paladin, don't you have a spell?
Lawful for him.
Don't you have something like Zone of Truth to force them to tell the truth?
I don't have it prepared.
Can you talk to animals?
Well, yes.
Can you talk to me?
I think he gets the general idea that something's up.
All I wanted to say is, he never picked up a single stone.
Do I smell an ass?
Oh, and then I will shapeshift into giant elk form.
But also,
I would never make you smell his airs.
let me talk! They're from the future, dude.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to seduce the dragon.
So now you know I'm legit.
Kiko's gonna eat this thing.
There are goblins here?